Okay, we get started here. Good week of prep, right? On a short week after a Monday night game. Thought the coaches did an excellent job. Coaches did an excellent job of kind of quick turnaround with the game plan. I thought the players really came in focused, ready to go. Did a good job of taking care of their bodies, recovering, but then also, Wednesday being that walkthrough, then get dialed in, get back to work, full speed work Thursday and Friday. So thought it was really good prep. Looking forward to the trip.
Bryce being out, how comfortable do you feel about Jake Luton behind Andy?
Yeah, I feel good about Jake. He was here, for training camp. Very smart guy. Knows the offense. Good chemistry in the room. That's important too. So confident with Jake and glad he's here.
Justin Houston dealing with the calf. If he were unable to play, who would be the step-up guy there?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident Justin will be ready to go. So we won't get into all the hypotheticals on that, but feel confident in our depth there.
How long do you expect this for Young? Could it just be 1 week, 2 weeks? What are you looking at?
They're saying 1 to 2 weeks. Docs are saying 1 to 2 weeks. I think Bryce has done well this week. I'm optimistic that he's on the right path and that whatever the soonest he can get back is, he will get back. And when he gets back and when he's cleared, he's our guy and he'll be ready to go.
What should we call this? Is it ankle sprain? Is it something?
Yes, I would put it in the ankle sprain category.
Any more clarity on when or how it happened?
No clarity on when or how. To Bryce's credit, just played through it, the adrenaline and the competitor in him, and those, listen, every player, probably everybody here at some point has kind of worked through a sprained ankle, and different kinds of sprains and all that stuff. But I'm sure playing on it during the game, it just got worse and worse, and then of course, once you stop moving around, it really pops its ugly head. So, but a credit to Bryce, how he's got it treat. We really feel good about the path that he's on.
With the way you guys have used right guard, is there any clarity there, or do you continue to do kind of a rotation?
No, there will be clarity there. We'll go through. We've had a good week of practice. We've had a good week of practice there, so we'll let that play out the way it plays out in the game. But there could be, there could be. Sometimes during a game we get a feel like, hey, if a guy needs a break. Usually at O-line we don't do that, but sometimes we go in and saying, especially in a new situation like this, when it's kind of fresh, sometimes we might give another guy a series or two.
Is that hard with the amount of crowd noise you guys are expecting?
Yes, but I feel like when had a good week here of crowd noise. I feel like Bose and Andy did a great job. I think our line does a good job in general with the crowd noise stuff. So, listen, this place, like when you look at the stats from last year, most delay games, most pre-snap penalties, they all happen in Seattle. So it's been a big emphasis for us this week on a short week to go in there and have a good, clean operation.
With that being said, don't want Bryce to be out, but for Dalton, to his experience in this league, how beneficial?
It'll be very beneficial. And like you said, Joe, I wish Bryce were in there getting this experience and had this opportunity, to kind of log this one in the books. But Andy's been in there before and, performed well there. But, we're going in against a good team. It's early in the year. Everybody's going to be fired up. Their fans will be juiced up like they always are. But Andy's experience will definitely help.
What other than experience, what have you liked about what you've seen about Andy that makes you believe he can go in there and be effective?
Listen, this guy, I've said this since he got here. I'm like, this guy's playing at a high, practicing at a high level. The way he's throwing the football, the way he works through progressions, the way he handles the operation. I mean, he is playing, he has practiced since he's been here. Since day one he walked in the door, it's been, this guy is starter worthy. You guys know I've said that all along. He's, in my mind, in my opinion, one of the best 32 quarterbacks in the world. So I'm really glad we have him for situations like this. He's had a really good week of practice and, looking forward to seeing him play.
Having been in the role that he is in, yesterday he was very clear. He knows where he is on the depth chart. From a head coaching standpoint, how much easier does it make this situation going?
That's a big deal. It's a big deal, Mike, because you're exactly right. I haven't been in that situation, but what's unique about his situation, for him being a starter for so long and for being so good for so long as a starter, 160 games or whatever he started, and played at a very high level, but to come into a role and know the role he's in, I just give Andy a lot of credit. I mean, but trust me, this guy, he is a competitor, right? He wants to play every snap, but he also is a team first guy, and he's there to help Bryce. And this week, the way he helps our team and the way he helps Bryce is to go out and play a great game and lead this team to a victory. So, looking forward to seeing how that plays out.
Will you do anything with spot 53 before this game?
No.
Will Bryce make the trip and kind of continue his rehab?
Yeah, Bryce has made enough progress. Sometimes with that in a long flight, you wouldn't want to have to deal with that. But he's made enough progress that we feel, he's been cleared to go on the trip, continue the treatment. And, even though he can't play, just still be good for him to be there in that environment, feel that, and certainly see how Andy operates as well.
And just to clarify, he'd have a possibility to play next week.
I think so. I think there's a possibility. I think if he stays on the same course that he's on, I think there's a chance. But again, I'm not the doctor. I tend to be a little too optimistic sometimes in these situations. But I'm really encouraged at the progress that he's made, and so I guess I can just leave it at that.
Everybody good? I think so.
Thank you.